Welcome to another episode of To My Friends. Today's Father's Day. Didn't see him. I was gonna see him. Then I woke up in a bad mood because I had slept for 4 hours. And then I didn't sleep for 3 hours. And then I slept again for 4 hours. So, yeah, and I had these really weird dreams on the second half of that part. One of them was really funny. Maybe I'll share that later in the episode if I feel comfortable. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll save it for a Patreon if I ever create one of those. But, yeah. So I woke up really overwhelmed and anxious, mainly because I haven't had, I had coffee the last 2 days and nothing else to balance that out. So it's just anxiety city. But I've been taking a lot of cold showers recently, as you know, and it's been helping me cope with, or tolerate stress, I should say, later on in the day. Because then I haven't actually been doing this recently, which is probably why I fell victim to the anxiety the last couple days. Not a victim, though. I don't want to play a victim, dude. I'm winning. I'm here, dude. I'm here. So, anyways, I imagine like a really cold shower when I'm feeling anxious. And then I just imagine relaxing into a really cold, freezing shower. Right? So it's like, then it's easier to, you don't shiver, right? If you just relax into it, you don't shiver, and you can just relax. Your body will do its thing. You don't have to heat it up so much. You're not in actual ice with just a really cold shower. That's what I tell myself as I'm torturing myself with a really freezing cold shower. It does feel like torture, but it's actually really relieving, and it gets me in a better mood. So that really does help. And so, also breathing helps sometimes. I remember when I was in like high school and I had speeches to give, I'd have the paper right in front of me, so I could just read off the paper, and it was like low, you could just read off of it in high school. You didn't have to have it on a presentation, have your words up there on a presentation, and then just basically tell them what's already on the screen, just in a more elaborate way, as though they can't understand it. But some people really don't understand it, so that's why it's good for visuals. And people learn a different way, I guess. Whatever, you're capturing all the different ways of learning. So I would be up there giving a speech, and I would take deep breaths in, because like you need to breathe, right? So that I make sure that I'm breathing by giving myself so much air, and also not remembering that I have to exhale at some point other than just by speaking words. So it's like I would start talking, and I would be like, and then Michael Jordan played a game with the flu, and that's what made him really legendary in this game. And I wanted to also mention how many points he scored per game, and how many times he rebounded, or how many times he defended really good. And what shoes he wore was also legendary, because what he did was start a whole new way of wearing shoes because of the style of shoes that he has. And I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but all I know is this is how it feels to be the greatest of all time, running out of breath and being blackout out of breath. I don't know how Kobe did it when he was alive. He called his workouts blackouts, because he would work out to the point where he almost blacked out, or maybe he did a lot of times. I don't know the specifics on that. R.I.P. Kobe, you were a legend, man. You still are, bro. You still are, bro. So, but then, dude, that's not even the worst. I was just trying to give you, because maybe I actually did need to breathe in, because it actually had been a while since I took a really long, deep breath. I have just really good breath control now because I've just been practicing it for years. So I'm just amazing at that. I think I might be a professional breath controlist. But, so when I'm like, when I was giving those speeches though, like I would also be really nervous and anxious. So then I like wouldn't let go, and I'd be like, and I could just tell the class was just like, I mean, whoever watches this back was probably just like feeling that in their chest. You could probably feel the anxiety in your chest, because when you're in an audience and you're seeing someone be really anxious, it makes you anxious. So it's like, you probably felt that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. And then I realized that on a deeper level, when I paid attention to how I felt when I was in an audience, I feel like, you know how it is. You're being an audience member right now. So I don't have to performer-splain you. I don't have to performer-splain you. So yeah, but once I realized that, then it became easier to be the performer or the speaker or whatever it is, like, because then I can relax and know that I can prioritize my comfort first. Because if I do, it will be better for everyone else around me. And that was one of the anxious things I had this morning, was like, I don't want to be in this anxious mood when I'm around anyone else today. I need time to be like by myself. So I let my dad and sister know that I couldn't make lunch today happen, even though it's Father's Day, and it made me feel really bad. But like I really didn't want to just be a downer for everyone, for them at least, like having, I don't want to get too much into it right off in the second episode, but our relationship, that my dad and sister, my relationship with them is different from like my mom's side of the family, like, and my grandpa and grandma over there, who I had dinner with, who I did see and go have dinner with tonight. But those dynamics are just different. And so I felt that I was able to go to my grandparents' side later on in the day, because time had passed, and maybe I'd gotten in a better mood, which I did. Thank you to the gas station drink that I got. And so and the second one that I got. And so I went there, and I was kind of a little bit of a bummer, but my little cousins were there, so like that kind of naturally lifted me up. Their dog was there, so that lifted me up. I get greeted immediately by this big, floofy, lovey-dovey, like goofus but really intelligent, probably actually dog. And that's such a dude. I want a dog so bad. That's like, I don't care if I don't think I'd really care if I'm like single even the rest of my life. I think if I just had a dog, I know you get sad when they die and stuff, but you can get a new dog, right? They won't replace the old one, but no dog can replace any dog, right? So the old one couldn't have replaced the new one either, because the new one's going to be, that's the mindset to have. You got to be like, whatever the now is, that's the best. Okay. So I don't know. I think that would be cool to have a pet like that. Just something nice to greet you when you get home. I don't know, a cat to balance it out. Like if it's too nice, you want to feel like you want some distance, the cat can just be like, hey, sup? You don't want to be around people or anyone today? Let me snuggle up to you. And then it's like, Okay, Kat. So you really just come around when I really, really, really need someone. Oh, I'm just laughing because of another thing that related to in my head that I don't really care to get into on the second episode of this podcast. Perhaps I'll refer back to this when I'm more comfortable, which I am comfortable, but like, I don't know. I'm like, I really want to do this. So I want to be like genuine with you. I don't want to put on a persona or anything. I don't want to hide myself or be anyone else that I'm not, because I'm just not anyone else other than me. So I want to be me as much as I can. And if you saw the hand motion that I did with my hands right there, it was like I was spraying a fire hydrant's worth of something out of me down there. And I was like, it was like this. And I had to acknowledge that. Otherwise it would have bothered me. And I would have felt like I would have had to say that in case someone found it funny and not completely disgusting. So I just had to say that. So yeah, I actually do want to continue to do this podcast. So I just want to ease you into, if you are going to inevitably get to know me like a friend, because that's how I view people who I watch a lot of podcasts of, like, or like I think of them almost as a friend, but not like I understand, like if I were to meet them, you know, they don't know me. So that's different like that. But I mean, it's something to distract me when I need a distraction, and it's not unhealthy. So, yeah, I don't think it's unhealthy. I mean, anything too much of anything is probably unhealthy. But yeah, I want to just ease you into like getting to know me a little bit here, okay? So I came a little bit prepared today. We have some things that I might want to go like little tiny segments of things that I might want to go to a little bit. So I have notes here today. But anyways, yeah, that was my week and my morning. No, I didn't even tell you my week. There are other things in my week that happened other than just this morning and today. But I feel better now anyways. Also, this helps me feel better, keeping it light and not getting into things that I also don't feel quite comfortable sharing with the world yet. That helps. I don't know what I was going to say there, and it doesn't really honestly matter. Probably it kind of matters, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put up a caption if I care enough to whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. No obligations, man. I have a thing about if I feel obligated to do something, I don't want to do it. Even if I want to do it, I don't want to do it anymore if I feel obligated. I'm so much that. I'm so much that. I don't know how to emphasize how I'm so much that enough. I'm like just realizing more and more how much I'm like that, and how much I feel like I'm breaking my trust if I were to do something that I feel obligated to do. If I were to do something that I am aware and consciously aware of that I feel obligated to do, then I feel like I'm going against my core of myself, even if I want to do it. But I think that comes from, I think I'm most that way when I am actually like really tuned into myself. So, I mean, I am that. That's just, I think that is me. I think that fact is me. I am that fact. But I can redefine myself, of course, but I don't know. I'm trying to, believe it or not. I'm trying to become a better person every day, believe it or not. Some days I'm just like, I can't, but that helps me be a better person. So I win either way. I win. I'm a winner. I yell that in my car after I do something that I felt obligated to do. Most of the time that's going to work. I don't want to go to work. I want to get money. I don't want to go to work. I want to get money. I feel obligated to get money. But when I don't feel obligated to get money, it just starts. There's an avalanche of money that comes when I feel like I don't need to get money. That hasn't happened yet. That's just what I've heard, apparently. If you just like dive into doing something that you really love, then, and you don't worry about the money, then eventually the money will just avalanche onto you. I am grateful for everything I have. I'm not like, I'm pretty poor, but I have so many things. So I'm grateful for all of the things that I have and the opportunities and the support. Dude, I have hella support. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Thank you, fam. You're the reason I can work because I feel less obligated to work because I have the safety net of your money, family. Thank you, family. Yeah, that makes me feel like a total, what do you call it? Moocher. Now, to not sound like a total moocher, I am going to school and I do have 2 jobs, okay? I do have 2 jobs and I do go to school. All right? So I'm trying. I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there. And I am grateful. And the more I am grateful, I even thought like, I better wake up tomorrow. I better wake up with grateful things happening. Like I better wake up thinking of things that I'm grateful for this morning because of how little sleep I got and how low the quality of sleep I got was, because I'm going to be a cranky boy today if I don't acknowledge what I'm grateful for. So I'm doing that now. Doing that now. But it's just hard when you forget that. And then you have like, sometimes I don't even know what's bothering me so much that's distracting me from everything that I'm grateful for. I don't even know what's bothering me so much until a lawnmower outside stops mowing. And it's just like,
it's like a reward.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. What song is that? Walking on Sunshine, probably. It's crazy. I get so happy. And then the worst part, when you realize that that's what's been causing you this 20-minute long struggle with your thoughts and brain, when it starts back up again, send me to heaven. Please. It's crazy how much that affects my brain on a day like this. On a day like this. I'm sensitive, man. I'm sensitive. I take things to help me like be able to be sensitive and be able to go with the flow a little bit better and not care as much. I have things to help me with that. But then when those things run out because I don't have money and I feel guilty asking for money when I feel like my family wouldn't think that they're necessary things in order to make me feel like I can go with the flow more. So when that runs out, then I feel, whoa, yeah, like one of those, oh, dude, you know what those things are? What are those things? A gyroscope or something? Gosh, that looks so bad. Pause, dude. But like, there was this, like, it was a ball. And you would go like this, and there'd be a thing inside of it, and it'd be like it's going against the motion of your hands somehow. I don't know how that works, dude, but it's pretty crazy cool, actually. But it would like train your wrist for like tennis or like smacking that ass. No, but like, no, but like, can you imagine that someone would actually train? Oh, dude, I wonder if corn stars do that, dude. I wonder if they do that in the gym, in the mirror, dude. Just come on, man. Oh, I literally imagine Johnny Sins, because I'm him, basically. Apparently, everyone thinks I'm him. I might as well be him at this point. Just Johnny Sins, shirtless, with really short black shorts and no socks on or shoes, in the mirror, in the gym mirror, with everyone else around. Just, it's Johnny Sins. They're used to him, dude. They're used to him. This is what he does. They're not looking. They're just there in the background, and he's just like... yeah. If I hadn't been working out recently, dude, I'd be so much more out of breath. It'd take me 7 more breaths to get back in breath. Get back in breath, dude. Do you ever hear what you're saying sometimes? Or how you sound saggy? Or how you sound saggy? Or how you sound shaggy? Oh man, I did not think the day would get this good. I'm gonna do this next week too, man. I'm gonna do this next week. Doesn't do it next week. But man, coming prepared helps a lot. Even if it's nothing that I want to talk about, it just helps me relax. Like I don't have an obligation to talk about the things on the screen. I'm figuring things out with the gyroscope. Dude. The beads on my hand really gave it the feeling that something else was happening too. Oh, it's low-hanging fruit, but it's so funny to make sex jokes, isn't it? Ah. It really breaks you in. It really gets you broken in. That's what this exercise was called. The break-in. Break-ins. Yeah, my routine is 15 reps of gyroscope slap asses. And then 15 reps of break-ins. Sometimes I get self-conscious at the gym because I'm like, I'm also just, they're not thinking this. They're barely, people barely ever even probably look at me because I try to not look at anyone because I'm just like, I just want to lift. I don't want to have to think about people. I just want to lift. I just don't have the equipment. I just want to lift where there's equipment, and I want no people to be around. That would be awesome. But you can't do that. So you got to get really good at just being in your own bubble. You got to feel the lines of sight move around the gym floor. Okay? So everyone's lines of sight are like laser lines. You can look along the lines horizontally, right? Cannot look directly on. They're basically lasers. You'll get blinded. If you are in the vicinity of people, you get really good at just being in your bubble. If you're like me, okay, and you're in a gym, all right, because what happens is I start to imagine other people looking at me. If I'm not being a person who's just looking just to myself, if I'm not to myself, right, if my eyes happen to wander, then listen. Joe Biden trying to explain something right now, but and I don't even want to get political. It's just who he is as a person, so it has nothing to do with his politics. So it's just who he is, right? So so I'm not political, right? So don't start anything. So allow me to explain myself here, okay? I'm not just peeking at like girls' asses and tits or faces even, really. Again, I'm just there to be me. But if I felt like my eyes were wandering, like even if I just looked, if I did accidentally made eye contact with a girl's titties, I'm just kidding. If I made eye contact with just any person, I would feel like they would think that I'm looking at them for something, and I'm not. And of course, they wouldn't be thinking that. Okay? It's just that my brain would think that, so I just sit to myself. And also, I would feel like if I was a really insecure person on the other end, being accidentally caught in the eye gaze of someone else, then I would think that they're thinking of the position or the motion that I was just in, and relating it to like what I'm training to do. Right? So that could be something sexual if you want to go for the low-hanging fruit. Or, oh, he's doing kettlebell rows. He must be getting really good at pulling shit out of wells, or like pulling shit out of sewers, or maybe he's like maybe he's a fireman and he's trying to pull someone up from a burning building hole or something. I don't know how it would work. But like they just start making so many assumptions about you is the point. And that's really the point. And I don't know why I said all that. I think I originally wanted to say something about like how I wonder if any women think that I'm training for sex with any of the motions that I'm doing, even though I'm not. I really have been focusing on just defending myself so hard, but I've been focusing on like all my muscles as much as I can think of. But I don't know all of the muscles, so like I'm probably missing some. But I don't know, I just go with what I feel. And like I was doing one like this the other day. Like a pull downs from like the bar things. And I was wondering if they are thinking like imagining just like, you know, or like, oh wait, that's not even the motion. It would be like, how would you even see? I don't even know how anyone would even think that. But my brain gets like that sometimes, and they think that I feel like they're peeking in on some like really private moment. I'm like working the inside of me. I'm working on the inside of my skin. That's personal to me. I'm like working on making that stronger. That's personal to me. So I don't want to be like looked at while I'm doing that. But like also I listen to music and I'm honestly just focused on getting shredded. So I don't really even care about that. It's just a little tiny thought in my brain. But when I acknowledge it, dude, it's defenseless against my it's defenseless against my wizardry. Pick up your wand, Potter. Give me my wand, Wormtail. Avada Kedavra! Avada Kedavra! To the little thoughts that slow me down. Running out of. I was going to say running out of throat, but that wasn't it. But you know what I mean if I said it. We're running out of throat, darling. You're going to have to open up a little bit wider. You see? So anyways. Oh yeah, dude. I was talking about lawnmowers. I honestly didn't even have anything else really to say about the lawnmowers. Other than that, it's Father's Day. Like there were so many lawnmowers out today. I went for a walk earlier this morning and there were so many lawn mowings happening. I think there were at least 3 and I just went around 1 block. As I was driving through the city with my windows down today, listening to country music. No, I'm just kidding because I'm making a joke because that's what happens in country songs. But I was driving with my windows down today, enjoying the summer breeze, even though it was rainy and gray out. Again. I just smelled lawn mowing clippings and I was just like, oh, Dads, it's Father's Day. Fucking relax, right? It's also Sunday. Do it yesterday. Do it the day before. Do it tomorrow. Do it the next day. It's like they were having a contest to see who could be the dadliest dad on Dad's Day. Looking at 17 other dads mowing their lawns. Relax, man. Relax. Nah, it feels good to do stuff every day, though. So, you know what? If you like it, you like it. It might be kind of a therapeutic thing for some dads. Get out of the house, away from the chaos. I used to lawn mows for a living in the summer. I used to lawn mows. And was with my uncle. He's really funny, so he's nice to work with. And it made that was like my first job too. So that was a really good first job to have for a lot of reasons. Made me tough. Made me less meticulous. I was a little too meticulous doing the weed whackings. Tried to get every blade to be perfectly the same height. It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen when you have like 10 houses to do that day, and some of them are pretty big. But yeah, sometimes we did like 14. I think we did like 14 one time. There was quite a few small ones that day, but yeah, we did a lot that time. We tag teamed it. That was fun. We built a wall one time, a retaining wall with just like huge boulders and mud. I don't remember what we did actually. I don't remember. It was just a lot of dirt or whatever. So yeah, I was at one of my jobs. I work at an event center, and every time I say I work at an event center, I struggle to say the at an event. At an event? I work at an event. I work at an event. I work at an event center. I work at an event center. I work at an event. I work at an event. I work at an event center. I work at an event center. I work at an event center. Maybe I don't want to get used to it because then I'll feel like a robot that's programmed to say that I work at an event center. I am meant to assist people with whatever they might need it in an event center. I just really hate the idea of a job possibly becoming who I am. You know what I mean? Just those people who just get complacent and don't follow anything that they want to do. How can you? Oh man, that freaks me out. That freaks me out getting like trapped in that kind of a life. For me, dude, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different than those people, or maybe they are actually really sad and they would like to pursue something, not even a dream, but like something better than that makes them happy. I don't know. Oh. Those ones are called ab blasts. Then I do 15 ab blasts. Dude, I was lifting, I think it was Friday. I don't remember what day. It doesn't matter. Lifting sometime this week. And I was doing squats. And I was like, doing that stuff. I don't want to grunt, dude. I want the least amount of attention on me when I'm lifting weights. And dude, one of them, I did this. It wasn't that long. Let me try it again. I was more like, but that might have honestly been worse. Because the first one, it's like, I meant to do that. That was deliberate. The second one that just happened was more like, oh, he didn't mean to do that. It's like I literally just farted out of my mouth. It just doesn't smell. Thankfully, there were like 3 people at the gym that day, and they were pretty spaced out, so I don't think anyone heard me, but thankfully. Got to get that under control, man. Got to get that breath work under control. It's the quietest way you can release your breath fastly. Dude, I saw this trumpet player yesterday. I'm getting so sidetracked. This is going to be a 3-hour long episode. But the last one was only a half hour, so give and take. I'll split and give and take. Give it a little. Saw this trumpet player on a video the other day, and when he blew that trumpet, dude, his cheeks were out so big. He looked like a different person. That's all I wanted. That's all I cared to say about that. So anyways, I saw it was a really slow day at work. One of the days this week, I was working in a store or whatever, and it's an event center. So like it's for like college students and older pretty much. And this random like young kid comes in alone with no parents. I don't see him, like, I didn't see him biking. He could have walked. I don't know, but there's like not like buildings are pretty far from here for how young this kid seemed to look like. And he came in, he was like, came into the store and he was like, he started making conversation with me and I was like, yeah, hey, so what brings you in today? He's like, I just came to check out the event center. I heard it was pretty cool, and yeah, it's quite an impressive place you got here. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I play hockey. I can't wait to watch the hockey games or until you get hockey merch here or something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, sweet. And he's like, so I'm like, oh, so this kid is his dad. He is his dad. So we got one parent taken care of. So there is one parent with him. It's his dad, and he's in his brain. So his dad's in his brain. And then he was like, yeah, I have pictures of me playing hockey. Do you want to see? Oh, and so his mom is here too. So his mom is in his brain and his dad is in his brain. So his parents are here. He is supervised. I don't have to have him sign a waiver for being in here alone. I don't know what nefarious activities he's going to do without supervised guidance. Because he's a sophomore in high school. He's like, yeah, I'm a sophomore in high school. I can't wait to play hockey. I was like, oh yeah, cool. You're gonna play, you want to go pro or whatever? He's like, yeah, I really want to play for Pittsburgh or the Wild. I'm like, sweet, man. Yes. Dreams, dude. Follow them. I wish I was that excited that day, but I was having a bad day. I was just having like another anxious day. I think that was Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday actually. But yeah, that was, I don't know. He was so genuine and that interaction just made my day. So like, awesome. Shout out to that kid. I hope he makes it. No, it's fine. I don't care to play it actually. Maybe I'll put it in the comment. I'll put it on SoundCloud. Dude, that shit would be hilarious. But this segment is called VMs with BESTIE. And they would be voice messages with BESTIE, but yeah, I can't play it on my phone because my phone's recording. Silly goose. So anyways, I was telling him how so the thing that I get to help me, if my family has watched this far, if I for some reason told them I have a podcast, then that's your fault. Okay. So well, I also don't want to get flagged on YouTube, but I have these drinks and edible arrangements for helping me with my anxiety and irritability and stuff. And so I go to like a Budtender one day because I ran out of the ones that I get online. And I asked like what would be like this one that I get online so that I don't have to pay as much. I can shop locally or whatever. And she was really nice. She was beautiful, and she really like knew her stuff. And she didn't quite have what I was looking for, but she did recommend some things that I could try, 2 things that I could try. And I was like already kind of, I think I had a bit of my drink before then, and I asked if she had any gummies or whatever. So I was like feeling like relaxed, but like focused on my goal or whatever. And dude, that second drink is kicking in right now, I think, or it's been kicking in, and it's been kicking in. But she was really cool and smart, and I was like really excited about that, and how like, I don't know, I fell in love a little bit because I was like describing to her how much, so intoxicated the way I just said that, describing to her how much I get irritable if I get the wrong kind. And I felt kind of silly saying that so many times because I said it at least 3 times that I like get irritable if it's like too much of this or not enough of that. And I was like, yeah, the irritability thing, it might also just be a me thing. And I got like a little giggle out of her, and she said like, oh, me too. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I get irritable too if I have the wrong kind. And I was like, oh, marry me. So and then she was also like, she recommended one, and I took it. I was like, yeah, the way you're describing that, she's like, I take it before workouts, so like it really helps get the blood flowing. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, that sounds good. I work out, heck yeah. And so I took that, and when I read it on the label today, it said, like in each one, they have the name of it and then what it's supposed to help you do. So like sleep, mood, whatever the other one was. And this one said intimacy. I was like, oh, does she want to marry me too? Yeah. Is she telling me that well, actually, I mean, if she's recommending intimacy medication, they're weed gummies, okay? They're marijuana, they're THC Delta 9 gummies. There, I said it, family. That's my medication. Sorry, I'm taking that medication, dude. Sorry, I guess I'm taking things to help my brain. Sorry, the doctor cost $769 for a visit to see what kind of medicine I would need. Sorry, I can't pay for my own health insurance yet. Sorry, I'm lazy and don't want a regular 9 to 5 job. So I'm not lazy. I'm willing to do the work, but like not for a 9 to 5 job that I hate. It's okay, right? It's okay. So I wanted to marry this budtender, and I was just excited about it. And I was telling my best friend about it. And I thought I would let you in on what I would tell my best friend about, because this is a To My Friends podcast after all. And I keep getting a sharp searing pain in my left side. And I think it's cancer once in a while, but it's really just my busting out abs because they're so beefy and awesome now that I've been working out on them. I don't have a 6-pack yet, but it's probably just burps. Excuse me. So, yeah, speaking of my friends, I really like my TikTok live friends. Shout out to my TikTok live friends. Some of them are really sweet. They're really nice. They're like really, really friendly and I feel bad that I can't really, I can't be, dude, what is that, dude? I'm too Midwest nice. I feel bad that I can't be a better friend for them than I am being, but I'm just someone on TikTok and that's it. And I'm not even that. I'm someone. I'm just someone and that's it. I'm someone who's not even in person and who's thousands of miles away from them. And, but yeah, I appreciate them. Anyways, so shout out to them. This is a quick shout out, but there is something else later that I want to mention about that. But also I wanted to continue with the VMs with BESTIE, or maybe I can just save those for a different episode, because we're already like, dude, I'm actually like pretty good on time here. I don't know. I could probably do these ones. Yeah, let's go all out, man. I talk to my bestie enough every week where I feel like I'll have something new every week, like, and plenty of it. So let's just go through these and see what gets the best reaction. So there's that one, the hot budtender. Perhaps I'll put the link to the song in the bio. I can't believe. The other one was I was in the grocery store after a workout one time, and I felt just so awesome. And after having gotten in the parking lot, I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder because of parking lots and busy parking lots, and I shouldn't have to say more, so I won't. But I wasn't walking like a dick, like a frustrated, goofy man. I was just, extra confident having that chip on my shoulder, Like, all right, if this parking lot's going to be fucked up, I am going to walk as if you're going to stop, car, truck. I'm going to walk as if you're going to stop, because you should stop for pedestrians, like I've had to stop for every pedestrian blocking me on the way to the next lane where there is an open parking spot, hopefully. Okay, so if I'm going to have to wait, you're certainly going to have to wait once I get on foot. Apparently, footwork is prioritized in this workout going to the grocery store. No wonder one of my friends stays in the car for an hour and a half just to recover after she's parked before she even goes into the grocery store. But anyways, I was walking in with an extra chip on my shoulder and I felt really good. And I was like sweaty a little bit from my workout. I was feeling good. I was like, there's probably some women here who think I'm hot, right? There's probably some pretty ladies that think I'm pretty handsome and beefy and manly right now, right? Me going to grab my protein shakes and I hold them both in one hand because I can. I'm just walking like a broken pterodactyl with the milkshakes, whatever, the plant-based protein shakes in my hand. Checking out, doing it really quick and stuff. I only had 2 things, but I really liked that motion. And as I was getting back into my car, I was feeling good walking in the parking lot, getting back to my car. And I didn't even have the door. I opened the door and my left foot was still outside touching the concrete. As I said, "Come on." And they got all the "come on" out before the door shut. On my way to thinking, because of like, I didn't say the whole sentence while I was outside of the car, but I was like, "Come on." Like, heck yeah. Because of how I felt. Because of how much I was certain that women wanted me in there while I was in the grocery store. Dude, and I don't even care. It's the feeling that I feel like they might that makes me feel good. They don't even have to. If they came up to me individually, said, no, 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 in line, no, it wouldn't matter. It's just that I felt that they could possibly. They could each tell me, no. And I'd be like, whatever. Whatever you say. Because I know, I know there's one that's going to be like, you know? Because of how good I felt. It's just that was awesome. And so I had to share that with my bestie. It's like you would think that I would have deeper issues with it, like wanting womanly attention, but dude, I got so much of it when I was younger. Like, well, I guess maybe that is deeper, right? Because I'm not getting it now because I'm distanced from my family. But I had my grandma, my great grandma, my mom, her 2 sisters. The dog was a girl. The family friend who was like my mentor's wife, was basically kind of like a mom to me, is still basically like a mom to me, but like growing up especially. So yeah, I was like, I don't have problems with wanting attention from women. I actually don't like it, as I've demonstrated to you via my workout preferences. But it doesn't show since I keep putting out podcasts and music and stuff. But I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm at least doing something for people, because I don't give a fuck so much that in order for me to feel like I'm not being watched, it's like I can, is it compartmentalize that enough where I can be here and be me and not worry about what people are going to say? Also, because I can cut this if I want. I can cut whatever out that I want. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying anymore, so I'm just going to hop off that train. Sometimes I get going on a train that's 5 miles an hour of thought, and I'm like, oh, I better not keep on this one. It might go to 60 really quick in a direction that I have no idea or how twisty and turny it's going to be. So I'll just jump off right now. Okay. But that metaphor is not to be taken any deeper than that. So yeah, anyways, I bought Pheromone Cologne like a month ago. And it never shipped. So I'm $69 richer than I would have been if it did. And I'm broke as fuck, dude.
It's like a reward.
Impulses. I'm gonna buy Pheromone Cologne. That'll make me think that women want me more. I really don't care, dude. If you don't want me, dude, I know, and I'm an alternative looking dude, okay? But also, I'm like an alternative. I'm the most simple alternative you can be, dude. Just a bald guy with a beard. Bald white guy with beard. I'm just bald white guy with beard. Everything about that is normal except bald, apparently, because I get made fun of on TikTok Live so much for it, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't care. Something else I don't care about, but it does get really annoying when it's... Because I try to make friends on TikTok. I try to make friends, like, this is what the podcast is really inspired by, is like I can chat with them and give them like my full energy. I don't want to do it every day. Okay. I don't want to do TikTok lives every day. So this is just like consolidating everything that I would be saying in a TikTok live to people who actually care to listen, who deliberately click on this video and keep watching it. And I guess I'm going to get trolls on here too, but it doesn't matter on YouTube. But at least I'm not live to see it. I can just post this and I can be like, oh, whatever they say is what they say. I'll read the comments. I'll read comments, but not too much if it gets too crazy. Boundaries, man. Boundaries define you. And I am not Johnny Sins. Okay? I have a different set of boundaries. So yeah, let's check on some vids from the DMs. We have one submission this week, I think. Yes, from Anna, aka Anattack. So I'll see if I can figure out how to put the video version of this on the on the clip, dude. I was just thinking about how I might post like the link to post a fucking voice message song to my bestie on SoundCloud about how I think a bartender's hot, and it's a freestyle, dude. So I'm hyping it up so much. It's not a song. It's just a voice message. So anyways, as a preface to this one, in my TikTok lives, apparently the Spanish population is quite large. The Spanish population is quite large in my TikTok live. And I feel like I let them down all the time because I can't always speak the most Spanish. The only sentence I really know how to say really fast and can confidently say with 100% accuracy is: Sí, hablo un poquito de español, pero no mucho. Así no me pruebes, por favor. That's like a pre-recorded message that I say when they ask me, do I speak Spanish? But anyways, the other live I got thinking about how in Spain wherever they speak Spanish, they say like different words for like animal sounds. Like for a dog, ours is bark or woof. Theirs is guau. 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 Dogs don't make that noise. But then I was like, also chickens don't make cock-a-doodle-doo, do they? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. So that one I'm going to have to side on Spanish speakers version, which is that one is inviting you to a fiesta, one that is wholesome, pure, no cocks. No cocks will be doodled at that party. Not at the kitty. Elotes? Dude. What are elotes? I never looked that up. I heard it so much when I was living in Los Angeles, though. Elotes, corn on the cob, right. Elotes? I knew that. If I thought like 2 minutes longer, I would have came up with that. But AI knew it quicker. So anyways, Anna sent me a couple videos. The first one, is it the second one too? Oh, yeah. Okay, so so that's what these videos are. So we'll see. We'll see. Here we go.
Huh? Your turn.
Okay.
Huh?
And then the last one is a rooster. What sound does a rooster make in Spain? I actually like that one. In English, it's cock-a-doodle-doo. That's not bad too. Right? And then the last one is a rooster.
I mean, the simplest. You think my sex jokes are simple? Come on, man. That's as simple as it gets. But I was funnier. No, that's wholesome. That's nice. Appreciate you for sending it in, Anna. Thank you. Shout out Anna, the TikTok Anna Tack from TikTok Live. That's not her username either. I don't want to out her if she doesn't want me to out her. Anyways, I'm going to have, I want to figure out, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I want to figure out how to do like video and audio submissions too, so that I can give advice for people. But I don't know, dude, I filled out the time pretty well. I didn't think I would fill out the time so well this time here. But I did come a little bit prepared. So anyways, that's about it. And I will catch you on next week's episode of To My Friends. Thank you for watching, everyone.